Oops. All right. All right. Uja. Ooh, good rising, great awakenings. Trying a little something different today. A different space, not as decorative as my other altar spaces. But here I am. Ubenefer. Okay. Yes, this is a different space at Asmataji Temple. This is the music room slash herbalism room. This is where I make my salves, and I have all the herbs and all my mixing equipment. And then I have the keyboard, the microphone, well, I guess I can give you a tour one at a time without busting out all these wires. Yeah, so here's the keyboard. It's covered up right now. I got 2 keyboards. I've had these keyboards for a really long time. And then there's my mixer. And this is where I keep the salves and all my bottles and jars. And more salves, more altars, herbs. This is where a lot of the stuff happens. And now YouTube, I will take you around the healing room here. This is a beautiful wall hanging from the Temple of Asar, actually. It's the ceiling, Temple of Edfu. And then there's the mixing board, music stand. I've been organizing my music, and then my 2 keyboards. And then that's where I keep jars and bottles and for the equipment. And my mixer, crock pots, more jars. These are jars of salves already made. And here's my Sekhmet altar. I haven't put up the wall hanging yet. Lakshmi, and it's all my herbs. And then more crock pots. And more altars, some fragrances. So this is more like the working space at Asmataji Temple. And I do have a few altars in here. So I thought today we would work on Asar with the wrong plug-in. So we're sitting in front of my Asar altar, which has double purposes. Yeah, so I'm in this little corner, little corner. What's that song from the Cinderella? In my own little corner, in my own little chair, can be whatever I want to be. Remember that movie? Musical. All right, so welcome to there's a comment here. Ubenefer Hatepsut, Uja. Oh, okay, yeah. This is just people that have joined in. Thank you for those of you who've joined in, and if you're gonna be with us for a while, I'd appreciate if you would tap the screen. Good rising, great. Oh, I've got to reverse things on TikTok. I've got to make that one of the things I have to do when I start. Good rising, great awakenings. Gods and goddesses awakening and rising. I say good rising, and then this is the the logo, the symbol for Asmataji Temple with the throne of Aset, the feather of Ma'at, and the symbol for the star Sirius. And we're just in the season of Sirius culmination. And these are pinhole glasses. They force your eyes to focus instead of magnifying what you're looking at. So you might see me with them when it's time to read the tiny letters on the screen. So yesterday at Wellness Wednesday, we had a wonderful discussion about portal openings. And I shared some of the things that I've learned this past opening. Dia de los Muertos is another portal opening from the middle of fall to the middle of winter. It's when you, the veil between the realms of the living and the ancestors is thinnest or open, and you can have deeper connection with your ancestors during that time. And so I shared some of the things that I learned. What did I learn about remembering to like I said, I'm good at opening the portals, but I wasn't closing them. And then I learned some chants to recite during the closing. And I learned about a term Neb Ma'at, which means all Ma'at, so that to ensure that all my manifestations and actions are in alignment with Ma'at. And so we're going to talk about that more today. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. And then last but not least, which we didn't talk about yesterday, is cleaning the temple space. So that's why I decided to sit in this little corner, because this is where I keep all my items for cleaning the temple space, which I just learned about recently. And so I was doing a, what's the word? I did have a process of cleaning the temple space with different herbs and fragrances, but I was only doing it before. I wasn't doing it afterwards. And I don't know if you noticed the wall hanging in the corner of the goddess Marie, which is also from the Temple of Asar, where she's holding up her bowl to receive the offering from Hapi, which is the name of the Nile. Nile is Arabic. And then I didn't get that part of the artwork there, but on the other side of Marit, there is a temple priest with a broom. And I asked my tour guide when I was there the last time, what's that? And he was like, oh, well, after you have spiritual work, you clean the temple again. And I had not been doing that, not even with my healing practice. I was just making sure it was ready for the next person. So that is the other big thing that I've made in the temple space. And so let's start with that. So one of the things that I do, what I do now is I have wood floors. So I don't know if this applies if you have carpeting. I'm sure they have something for you to do if you look it up. But after you sweep and mop or vacuum, I use a vacuum, and mop with your floor cleaner, then you have different rinses. And I learned about this from originalbotanical.com. It's a botanica in New York, I believe. Let's see if we got a comment. Uja, good rising. Great awakenings. Yeah, so I was, what led me to this quote unquote discovery is I was not pleased with with my business, with my sales or customers, clients, whatever. I was just really unsatisfied. And I know that is partially due to my ego, but it's also due to me wanting to be effective in bringing these healing practices and music to the people who are seeking them. And I was trying to be more efficient in, it's a temple. It's a temple. It's a nonprofit, but it's still a business. And I can't get the right, trying to get the right angle for this. So I just wasn't satisfied. So I said, okay, well, I've tried different, I've tried hiring people to do marketing. I've gone to special events and set up my booth, and I'm giving away sound healing for marketing. And it's hard to use these terms when I'm talking about sharing spiritual practices or services or items or whatever. I'm still trying to sell them. And it's been so difficult for me because it's like people say, I'm not wired for this. It's not in my nature to sell myself and talk about myself and how wonderful things are. So I said, well, then there's got to be a spiritual approach. I've done the 40-day prosperity plan. I've helped people do that. I have affirmations for wealth and abundance. I feel very abundant and I feel very prosperous, all those things. I've improved my relationship with money. But still, I was not making sales or converting, not converting people to Kemetic spirituality. But like when I would put an ad or a link, it wasn't getting clicked. In my newsletters, people weren't clicking on the links. All these things were just driving me nuts. And my spiritual suit chapters were saying, well, your music is tainted because of your egoism, because you're obsessed with making money. And I'm like, I'm not obsessed with making money. Money is the way that, in this society, that what gives you a credit, accreditation or value. People see that you have 100,000 views, and they're more likely to check out what your content, etc. So I was really having a hard time with this. So I said, well, there's got to be a spiritual approach to this that I just don't know about. This is a temple, I'm building a temple, so there has to be something. So I looked it up. Oh, Uja, good rising, great awakenings. And I looked it up, and I ended up with something about, using spirituality to increase your business or to attract customers, or, all these things. Like, what? I didn't know about this at all. I guess I did, but I thought it was, quote unquote, witchcraft or something, not that I shouldn't be doing. But this was a botanica, a spiritual botanica for an an Orisha type practice. But like I tell you all the time, Neterian spirituality is not limited to Kemet. It is indigenous Aboriginal people who follow the cosmic forces of nature in their own way. So that's what this delineates the Osmology temple from other Kemetic spiritual centers. So I'm open to learning about other Aboriginal indigenous practices that follow the Neteru. So I looked up the website, and then they had all of these herbs and rinses to increase prosperity, to attract customers, to protect you from evil, to banish evil from your space and not allow evil to come back, all these things. And I was like, okay. So I made a list, and I ordered so many products. And so I thought we could go over them for the first half, because it's time consuming, because I do the wash. Well, first I vacuum, then I wash with my natural floor soap. And then there's, they call it a big Al green wash. And I'll read some of the properties. Then you have a herbal wash. And then I made my own herbal wash, because for the floors, this is for floors and washing the surfaces. Because let's face it, I live in this really old building, and we do have unwanted guests. And I don't have a cat because I have a dog. And so I've been seeing, like, you make a spray with these different herbs, with like oregano and peppermint oil, cinnamon oil, and you spray, and it helps keep them away because they don't like the smell. And but you have to do it often. So it's the same thing. I spray, I clean before I go into my kitchen space, and then when I'm done. And so it's really time consuming. And so then after I do the 2 rinses, then I have the sealer or the closer. And one of them is unique to Osmology Temple. It's the fragrance that I make from flower essences from Egypt. And I will be selling them soon. And the other one is called Neterian, which is what they do in Kemet. It's a combination of ash from the incense or the fire, sand, baking soda, and blue lotus oil. And I have some, so I'm going backwards. So let's just go in order. But then, so I have those 2 rinses. So it's like 6 washes, or 2 washes and 4 rinses. And then you're supposed to sprinkle marjoram around the perimeter of the building and the doors. But I don't like to do that. I'm going to add marjoram to my herbal rinse, because when you sprinkle the herbs, it kind of makes the guest curious. And so I don't want to have the herbs like that anymore. So I'm going to add marjoram to the rinse. Good rising, great awakenings. All right. Thank you so much for the hearts and the support. So let's go through these rinses and washes for, maintaining sacred space, or like if you're like me, you're guardian of several portals. You just have to be really more specific. Like, for example, one of my goals was financial freedom. And that's on my list of goals that I go through on a regular basis. And it's like always on my mind, financial freedom. And my daughter pointed out to me, said, well, Mom, you've achieved that goal, because you're living really like without money. Like people don't know how I'm still here, and it's true. I am free of that whole thing, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted to have more than enough money so that I could help more people and buy things like jars and labels and equipment and travel and pay booth fees. So I'm getting really more precise with the way I word things. Like I'm no longer trying to be financially free. Financial security and financial stability, right? And I have a hard time talking about I want money, because money is energy, and I'm as a physicist, I know I can't make money, so I have a really hard time with the concept of making money. So I make products and services and I sell them. That's where I. But anyway, we're in this green corner because of the star of the green god, and that's going to be the object of devotion at the halfway mark. Oh my gosh, I talked 28 minutes. Okay, so where is my big L jar? This is really bizarre. It's not there. Hold on a minute. It's empty. That's why I used it all. So what I was saying was I've only done this like 2 or 3 times because it's kind of time consuming because of the way I'm living, the water and everything. And when I have done it, I have experienced increased customers and sales. Like yesterday, I took time to do it. I did one room, and then one day in the other room the next day. And then last night I was at the Pilsen Market, and it wasn't a big crowd. There weren't a lot of vendors there, but I did great. People came in and got mini tune-ups. They bought some of my products. Yesterday, someone made a donation during the live stream. And then this morning, I woke up and someone had made another donation. So I think it's, there's something to this. And so this is what I wanted to talk about today. Okay, so I'll go get the bottle. It's empty. And I've even learned that when you run out of your floor soap, like I use Murphy's floor soap, and I read you can make your own wood floor soap with just using dishwasher liquid and adding olive oil and water. So that's what I use. I usually use Murphy's, or I make my own. So I have this nice little jug here. It's empty now. I have to make some more. And I just basically bought like all of these products from them, and I mix them in this bottle. So we have this one. Looks like I'm finance and business. And I looked up the ingredients. There's nothing in here that I disapprove of. Look at my glasses. So I guess I could make some more right now, huh? Finance and business, bath and floor, baño y despolo, éxito en el negocio. And so you can also use it for your bath water, spiritual bath. And I don't have like special, I just pour it in. And I only use purified water. I don't use. And over here, no, I may be out of some of this stuff. Yeah, this is for together. Okay. I just kind of keep all my green things here. Well, I guess I can go through this stuff as I pull it out. This is benzoin extraque. Like all of these are the products that I ordered from them that are for increasing your business. Then this is gold. What is this? Gold magnet sand. So you pour this in a little bowl and have it on your altar. And what else we got in here? Just keep everything in one place. This is wealthy way, and they're all for protection, not just money, but to protect you and your loved ones and your business. I think I took, these are like fragrances, and I put them in a little jar that I use for my fragrance too. This one is Better Business Magical. So I just pour a little bit in. And this is what I use to clean my, I'm just literally pouring it in my jug here. All these things. This is mistletoe. That goes in the other ones, the rinse. Finance oils. They're all green, of course. Looks like I'm going to be ordering some more soon. Like I said, it's time consuming, but the few times I've done it, I've definitely experienced positive results. Let's see, it's mistletoe. Success Éxito. They smell amazing, by the way. I don't see my Big Al's green wash. I know I didn't use all that. Hold on a second. That can't be. There's a really tiny space over here, too. Let me see. I just can't believe I'm all out of Big Al's. Better Business. I think I am. That is just terrible. Well, I just can't believe it. Still gonna put this in here. These are incense. Maybe this is it. Finance. Huh. Well, learn something new every day. I'm out of the main ingredient. So I have to get some more. So then we have, this one is Better Business. This might be the one. Big Al's Better Business. Yeah, this is the one. Big Al's Better Business. So I'm just pouring it in the bottles. Mixing up. Yeah, I literally just ordered everything they had. And I guess this is incense. So I don't need to put that in there. This is finance. I think this is incense too. Yeah, incense. These are like powdered incenses. And I am in amazement that I'm out of the other things. So just have to order some more. That is just tripping me out though. Can we cover this up here? Yeah, I had no idea. Oh, and then this is another herb. I can't remember what it's called. I ordered it fresh, but now it's dried. Let's put some more in there. Oops. Looks like all I have left are sticks. Oh, I see. Okay, so I put some of them in there. And I'm going to have to order the rest. Big Al's wash. Okay. All right, so then you just, add water, and then you just mop with that. And so I will read through some of the properties. And then this is the bottle that I mix the rinse in. Okay. And then they have, the hekau that you need to recite while you're doing it. So I just took notes, and I have these little cards, and whenever I do it, I read from the cards. And my plan is to, of course, put it to music so I don't have to pull out the cards, and it'll just be like a little song that I sing while I'm cleaning. Finance and Business Big Al Bath and Floor Wash. Yeah, so that's what I'm missing. The most important ingredients. Maybe this is it. Finance and Business. Yeah, this has to be it. Okay, good. Okay. It says to mop from front to back. Big Al's Finance and Business brings good luck, prosperity, jinx removing, and good health. And then these are some of the properties of the oils that I add. Good rising, great awakening. From mistletoe helps bring prosperity to businesses. And whenever you hear the word business, I'm translating it to temple business. To empower money drawing spells and blessings of good fortunes for business owners. Finance oil, draw money to your business and for financial success. See, none of these are saying financial freedom, saying financial success, financial security, financial stability. To improve finances with this powerful wealth manifesting ritual oil, draw money and prosperity to my business to improve finances and manifest wealth. Because that's one thing I noticed with the Kemetic tradition. There's no, that I'm familiar with, there's no support for entrepreneurs. There's no deity to go to for this type of thing. So I found some that came later, the later, like, I guess once the Greeks started hanging out over there, before they conquered it, when they were just studying it, like when Plato and those guys were going over there. There's some that developed. I've learned that the goddess Nit and I learned about a Kushite deity, Dedun, which they put on their coins, the god of money. And what was the other one? Dedun. Yeah, those are the ones that I'm familiar with. And then I've heard of Buto, but I don't know. That's like a Greek Egyptian, Greco-Egyptian. Okay, so for me, I'm focusing on Asar, the green god, and Nit. Brings success and eliminates. This is success oil. So I'll put that in there. Okay, yeah. So I have everything. Success oil. Okay, yeah. Success oil. Bring success and eliminate obstacles in various life situations, such as job search. For me, I'm saying customer search or temple member search. Interviews, relationships, applications, funding, tax exemptions, sales teams, marketing team, touring, tenants, gigster, attaining goals, boost business success. Okay, so that's the so you mop the space, and then I'm going to add purified water to this, and then I would wash again with this. So this is a washing ritual. You clean the space, and while you're cleaning the space, you are creating an inviting atmosphere for clients, customers, temple members. And I've also learned that you have to clean your web space, your internet presence, your computer, your website, all these things. It all has to be given time for. And that's basically what it is, because this is like 6 different things before and or after. And so yeah, it's a lot. So after, I mostly just sweep out with a cinnamon broom and burn sage, because I don't have time to do it every time. All right, so then the next phase is the washing ritual with the tea rinse. Bladderwrack, yellow dock root, golden seal root. You mop the floor and then rinse with the tea. Here are the properties. Seaweed rich, this is bladderwrack. Seaweed rich in minerals and nutrients with spiritual properties. Enhances meditation and mindfulness practices, connecting with inner self and find inner peace, promotes spiritual growth, enhances intuition, helps those seeking deeper connection with the universe, powerful tool for spiritual growth and self-discovery. Then we have yellow dock root. Natural remedy, helps clear emotional waste and negative ties or negativities, ending in the release of past pain and anxieties, especially useful during periods of transition and transformation, promoting spiritual growth by clearing boundaries, opening practitioner to new influences, unblock obstacles, and release negativities that hold you back, shed burdens of the past, and move forward with ease. Aid in the release of old emotional pain, anxieties, and problems, opening up to new opportunities and experiences. Clear boundaries between inner and outer self, promoting spiritual growth, transformation, source of purification, and remedies used in purification, magic, herbal talisman that bring prosperity and luck by attracting customers to your business. And once again, I've got all these products and this information from originalbotanica.com. Golden seal root powder. Value for its properties and symbolism, enhances psychic abilities, promotes financial stability, attracts good luck, provides protection during spiritual journeys, and banishes negativity. Pungent aroma promotes clarity and concentration when used in spells. Golden seal, part 2. Incense blends or teas associated with earth and mercury, or Geb and Jehuti. Attracting prosperity, protection, enhances spiritual connection, native to Turtle Island, ability to protect, purify, and bring prosperity. Enhance psychic abilities, promote financial stability, and attract good fortune. Desire manifestation. Then, of course, we have rosemary for protection. Add to your cleansing bath. Provide spiritual protection. Wash hands with rosemary after performing any uncrossings or jinx removal spells. Purification, protection, memory, healing, and love. Dandelion. I put all these herbs in a pot, and you can either cook them or just add hot water to them, like you make tea. That's what goes, all that goes in this jug. Dandelion leaves symbolize wishes, manifestation, and new beginnings. Release anger, purify liver, often used in rituals. And since it's just tea, I drink something when I make it fresh. I drink tea while I'm cleaning. I've taken it to that level. And like I said, the 2 times that I've made the time to do this, I've gotten business away, more business right away, more engagement, more just I've seen a shift, and the place smells great, and no unwanted guests. Collect leaves, write down wishes or intentions, place the leaves and paper under your bed, under your pillow. Blow the dandelion seeds into the wind upon rising, and believe the wish will come true. That's a very important ingredient in anything you're doing with spiritual practices. You have to believe that it will work. You can't just do it and go through the motions. You have to actually believe that it will work. Bringing peace, clarity, and optimism for manifesting your desires. St. John's wort. These are all great herbs. I never would have thought of cleaning my floors and my surfaces with them. Oh, I'll go get the bottles. Brings mental health, emotional well-being, and negativity protection, positive energy attraction, spiritual and medicinal practices, enhances the mind, calms the mind, promotes emotional balance, creating peaceful and protective atmosphere, increased happiness and positivity. St. John's wort, part 2. Ward off negative energies, banish negative energies. Okay, so then while you're using the rinse, you focus your intention on banishing negativity or banishing negative energy and welcome prosperity. And so while I'm mopping, I'm literally repeating that over and over. Banishing negativity, welcoming prosperity. Banishing negativity, welcoming prosperity. Then they say to sprinkle on the doorways the marjoram leaves. But like I said, I've stopped doing that. I'm going to just make sure I add marjoram to the herbal formula. And, like if you can't find marjoram at your convenience store, it's in Italian seasoning. So you can find Italian seasoning at your local food mart. Like I'm in the food desert, but you can get Italian seasoning at Food Town. And so when you sprinkle the marjoram leaves in each room, to prevent evil forces from re-entering the space. Okay, so then I have the washes, the rinses for the Asmadaji temple, which is rose, blue lotus, and myrrh, and the natron. Okay, so this is the thing I used for the natron. I have ashes from incense, sand, baking soda, and ashes, incense, no, ashes, sand, and baking soda. And then the blue lotus, I add the osmosis fragrance, blue lotus, rose, and myrrh. And so I just keep adding water. It just keeps mixing. Okay, so I'm gonna go get my spray bottles across the hall. I forgot to bring them in earlier. Okay. Gotta put all this stuff back now. I'm gonna start putting it back now. So yeah. Is there anything else in here I want to add? Yeah. So I'm just going to add these two because at first I thought it was just for the fragrance, but yeah, I put it in here too. Let's finish this. This is the mistletoe. And rosemary. Yeah, I put those in with the teas. Put these back. Yeah, so like I said, I get these products from originalbotanica.com. And now that I have all these herbs and ingredients, I guess I have a little apothecary here now too. Put this back. I'm glad I didn't run out of it. I was expecting to see Big Al's on the label, but it's just finance and business produced by Big Al. This is attracting customers. Let's see what herbs I have in this little box. I have pine, 5-finger grass. These are other things you can use, and cedar chips, and iris sea moth. They have some other formulas and prayers and things you can do, which I have done. Okay, so this is ready. So I want to show you my collection of bottles. Here I have. This is the one that I use for the Big Al's floor cleaning wash. After I add water to this, then I pour it in here and I have interchanged the spray bottles. Oh, I'm missing one. The one I used to clean the floor, just regular soap. This is the one I use for my herbal rinse, the herbs from my front yard garden. This one is empty. This is the one for the Botanica's floor rinse. This is the one I use for the Neterian. You can see pieces of sand and ash in the bottom. This is the A&J one I use with rosemary and lotus. And then when I don't have time to do all of it, I just have all the rinses in one bottle. But that's when I'm not really doing the ritual. And then I also have a bottle with bleach. So these are ways that I have learned how to maintain the sacred space and protect the portal openings. I'm learning different chants for closing the portal openings after you finish your work, and always looking for more quote unquote spells. I have some intentions written out, typed out on these little cards, and I just pull one sometimes and focus on. This one says, a wise man can play the part of a clown, but a clown can't play the part of a wise man. Ooh, that's a good one. And what else do I have over here? This is my little wealth building corner. And then it also serves as my asar. It's my green corner. So I found some little spells here. Bargain for both when you're tarry a while. Oh, I think I got these from is this the richest man in Babylon? Where did this come from? I didn't write down where I got it from. Bargain for both when you tarry a while. Fair trade, square trade, handshake, smile. Success is coming soon to me. Prosperity is flowing unto me. So mote it be, so mote it be. Business, business, come to me. My cash flow multiplies 3 times 3. Wellness flows through my company, and my customers are my currency. I think I wrote that last one. Sounds like something I would write. Okay. Yeah, so I told myself I'm going through a cellular evolution where I am changing my definition for success and changing the way that I feel about selling at the cellular level. It's kind of a play on words. I got this one from a movie about a woman. I didn't write the movie down. She was really into making planners. I enjoy my time by staying on top of my goals and not letting them slip away, but I don't have the source. Success is about a happy life. Level of success is the amount of joy that you feel. The joy I feel in my being, the joy I find in my doing, and the joy I bring to the world. So yeah, I just work on that every now and then. I have different manifestation affirmations that I keep in this little green folder. And I believe, oh, I have one more thing to show. And I use that, so I said at the end of the ritual, instead of time to vacuum and mop and sweep and everything. So I usually just use my cinnamon broom and I just sweep out the toxic energy and residue out the door or out the window. And of course, and it still smells. You know, you buy them at the fall and it still smells. You can actually just dip it in cinnamon water or cinnamon oil water to get the smell going back. But it feels great. It reminds me of the broom from The Wicked. I love that movie. And oh, okay. And so also another thing I learned is I have one of these little pots for burning the powdered incense, but I don't like the charcoal. I don't like using the charcoal because all I smell is charcoal. And so somebody said, "Oh, well, you can just use Palo Santo instead of charcoal." So I was like, "Where's my light? Oh, here's a lighter." Oh, and then also you can add sea salt to your finishing rinses for protection. And then like when you do a major cleaning, like when you wash the walls, you can spray the cleaner in the corners too, not just the floor, but you can just spray it in the four corners. So I have some Palo Santo here. And light it, and then I'm going to sprinkle some of that incense in here. And of course, sage. You can burn sage. But I'm so grateful she told me about using the Palo Santo instead of charcoal because it really helps me. It doesn't burn as long as the charcoal, but it gets the job done. I already had some in there, but I'll just sprinkle a little bit more. So which one is this? This is Finance Business Success. Again, I got these from Original Botanicals. Oh, it's flaming up high, so you just sprinkle some in there. Don't burn yourself. That one, and what's this one? Mr. Money, Ms. Money. And they smell great. And again, I read the ingredients. They're all natural products. Okay. So I got the smoke coming up. Okay, there you go. Ooh, it's getting hot. All right, so those are some of the tools that I use for maintaining your sacred space and keeping the portal openings safe and protected, and you too. And I always put in special prayers for the, uh, the students, temple members, people who make donations, people, everyone's part of the community. Ooh, it's really going now. It smells great. Some people say you should open the window when you do sage to let the negative energy out. I've done that. It's easy to do in the summer, but in the wintertime, when you're paying for like every drop of heat, I don't like to do that because I'll forget and I'll leave the window open. Put this in your tube. But I do open the door to the hallway. So I'll open the door to the hallway. Oh, it's already open. Okay. All right. Well, that is what I had to share with you about maintaining temple space and different tools that I use. I think the most important thing for me right now is to remember the words for Ma'at, to make sure that it's all Ma'at, that everything that I'm doing is in alignment with Ma'at. So that's very important. Neb Ma'at is the term. I'll put that in the chat. Neb Ma'at. And so the feminine, because that means Lord of Ma'at. So you could be Nebit Ma'at. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. Good rising, great awakenings. Okay, so where are we at? Almost at the hour mark. Let's see, is there anything else I want to mention about this? The system. The system is another tool that we use for maintaining sacred space. It destroys chaos and negativity. So you can also go, after you've done all this cleansing work, you can go around and shake your system in each corner, or you can do chimes, or you can clap your hands. There's I think I have some more. What else do I have up there? Oh yeah, I do have some more things. This is more of the same: finance, business, incense. Oh yeah, here's the Italian seasoning from Food Town. It does have marjoram. So if you can't find marjoram, it's the first ingredient: marjoram, thyme, rosemary, savory sage, oregano, and basil. So those all have healing properties for purification of your space. And then they also tell you to make a little bag, call it a juju bag. It's got different herbs and my business card. These are my old business cards. I don't have any new business cards. These are some of my old business cards. And then elephants. I have little elephants for abundance and prosperity. And pieces of cedar chips. What else? These are mostly elephants and cedar chips. Yeah. Palo Santo. So those are the things I've been working with. Okay. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else before we go into our devotion? I think that's everything that I wanted to discuss. All right. So at this point of the program is when I make a request for someone to make a contribution to Asmantashi Temple so that we can proceed to the devotional portion of the program. And as good fortune would have it, someone made a donation this morning. So if you are receiving any benefit from the content, wonderful. And if you're in a position to make a donation, wonderful. But since someone already made a donation, I will go forward with the next phase. That's how I'm going to do it for the time being. We have the discussion or the dialogue or discourse. And then when it's time for the devotional section, I'll ask for a donation. And if no one's able to make a donation at that time, then the live stream will end. But like I said, someone already took care of that for us today. So we're going to make the transition into the devotion. So like I say, everything over here is green. I even got this bag with Benjamins on it. So when I get cash, this is where I put cash to save it, or like my offerings. I might just start using it as a bag, but I like having it here. Okay. All right, so let me hit the lights. It's a really tiny space over here. It's getting the job done. Let's see how it is without this light. It's kind of bright. Yeah, that'll work. Can you still see me? Okay. Okay. All right, so now we're going to have our devotional offering to Asar. It's just behind me. You can't see it right now. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Oops. Like I say, it's a really tiny space. All right, so the main thing is I want you to be able to see the altar, not me so much. There's no light there. Okay. Set an angle. Maybe I'll move it so it's more straight. I usually have something covering this part, but I haven't been able to do my laundry because the water froze. It's a little better. It's not straight on though. Oops. Let's try it on this side. That's a little better. Okay. Break your glasses, lady. All right. So first we uncover the altar. It represents revealing our divinity. Oh, yeah. Incense. Light the candle, waking the Yaku, the divine light within, symbolizing the Yaku. Incense represents the fragrance of our personality, which exudes with the divine fragrance, which rises up, attracts, and communes with the divine. And water offering, pouring purified water from one container to the next silently and continuously, which symbolizes the one-pointed flow of the mind towards the divine. And a live food offering. I have a piece of stone from the Temple of Asar, the old Temple of Asar, what is it? The Assyrian is out behind the temple. It's beautiful. What is this? Asar, green god. Of course. Sorry, green god. Tepti Nesunetera Anku Webwat Neptajase Bekeru Kakape Sineter Ari Makeru Tepti Nesunetera Anku Webwat Neptajase Bekeru Kakape Sineter Ari Makeru Tepti Nesunetera Anpu Webwat Neptajase Begeru Kakape Sineter Adi Makeru Tepti Nesunetera Anpu Webwat Neptajase Begeru Kakape Sineter Adi Makeru. Offering is given to the Supreme Divinity, Anpu, prepare of the traveler, and Webwat, opener of the ways. I don't have the translation. Anpu, prepare of the open ways. These offerings of divine feminine and female and divine maleness. Oh my gosh, I have to go get the translation. Sorry. That phone call threw me off. Saw my comedic study books with a beautiful bag from Egypt. Okay, let's try that again. All right. Offering is given to the Supreme Divinity and to Anpu, prepare of the traveler, and Webwat, opener of the ways, Lord of the sacred land. This spoken offering is 1,000 beef complete maleness, which represents our physicality, and 1,000 geese complete femaleness, which represents our mindset. This causes the divine to make one true of speech and enlightened being. Okay, now we're going to have some opening chants, music. Guess you can't see me all here, aren't you? Okay. Uh-oh. Don't want to knock anything over. All right, I'm just going to keep going. Neteru, never Neteru. On my eyes, we said, say, come in. Say what you say, not fool, inside you said. Shady record in my keru. Neteru, never Neteru. On the arts, we sell you said, say, come in. Say what you say, not fool, inside you said. The shady record in my keru. Neteru, never Neteru. On the arts, we sell you said, say, come in. Say what you say, not fool, inside you said. The shady record in my keru. Neteru, Nebejerim, Neteru. On the odds we sell you say command. Say what you say, not who inside you say. Alisha out in market. Jack. Right? These are the 4 great truths of Shaitan Neter. You can find them in the Temple of Shaitan Neter manual and soon to be released Osmataji Temple manual. This is put out by Seva Ma, Temple of Shaitan Neter, Temple of Aset. Pa Neter Uru Ua Nebajer Neteru. The Neter, the Supreme Being, is one and alone, and is Nebajer manifesting everywhere and in all things in the form of gods and goddesses. Commentary. Nebajer means all-encompassing divinity, the all-inclusive, all-embracing spirit which pervades all and who is the ultimate essence of all. This first truth unifies all the expressions of Kemetan religion. An Ma'at Svisayu said, say Kemen. Lack of righteousness brings fetters to the personality, and these fetters lead to ignorance of the divine. Commentary. When a human being acts in ways that contradict the natural order of nature, negative qualities of the mind will develop in that person's personality. These are the afflictions of Set. Set is the Neteru of egoism and selfishness. The afflictions of Set include anger, hatred, greed, lust, jealousy, envy, gluttony, dishonesty, hypocrisy, etc. So to be free from the fetters of Set, one must be free from the afflictions of Set. 3. Say Washu, say Nafu, and Sayu Set. The devotion to the divine is to freedom from the fetters of Set. To be liberated, Nafu, freedom to breathe from the afflictions of Set, one must be devoted to the divine. Being devoted to the divine means living by Ma'at. Ma'at is a way of life that is purifying to the heart and beneficial for society as it promotes virtue and order. Living by Ma'at means practicing Shedi disciplines, Shedi spiritual practices and disciplines. Uwashu means devotion, and the classic pose of adoring the divine is called Dua. It's like this. Standing or sitting with upraised hands facing outwards towards the image of the divinity. Number 4. Ari Shedi Rek Abna Makadu. The practice of the Shedi disciplines leads to knowing oneself as a divine. This is called being true of speech. Commentary. Doing Shedi means to study profoundly, to penetrate the mysteries, Shetaut, and to discover the nature of the divine. There have been several practices designed by the sages of ancient Kemet to facilitate the process of self-knowledge. These religious Shetaut traditions and the Sima Smai Tawi yogic disciplines related to them that augment the spiritual practices. All the traditions relate the teachings of the sages by means of myths related to particular gods or goddesses. It is understood that all of these Neteru are related like brothers and sisters, having all emanated from the same source, the same supremely divine parent, who is neither male nor female, encompasses the totality of the two. And our other opening hekau. Oh, on boots. Oh, I gotta stand up for this one. Oh, on boo, open the ways, remove obstacles to my success in my spiritual practice. Oh, on boo, open the ways. Oh, on boo, open the ways. Lead souls to the narrow pathway to know the difference between real and unreal. Oh, on boo, open the ways. Oh, on boo, open the ways. Measure between heaven and hell. Face black as night, golden as a day. Easily watch by night as by day. Oh, on boo, open the ways. Oh, on boo, open the ways. May on boo, make my eyes burn, so that I may stand upon them. Oh, on boo, open the ways. Oh, on boo, open the ways. I have washed myself in the waters where on boo washed himself. where he was the officer of embalmer and bandager. Oh, I flew over the waves. Oh, I flew over the waves. My lips are the lips of Anpu. 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 Yeah, that one really gets the energy going. Now we're going to have some musical offerings for Asar. I forgot I also have this beautiful bracelet with the green god Asar. But we're not convinced a human can actually fit it. But I bought it anyway when I was in Kemet. So he's got Asar, the green god. Let's see if I can get it on. Oh, look at that. I got it on. It's on my wrist. Uja. Tap suit. All right. Like I said, I finally am getting my music organized. And I was actually able to find the songs I was looking for today. Let's shift the fabric of the universe, because that rarely happens. And the setup was a last minute decision. That's why things are kind of crazy. All right, so, oh gosh, that's the translation. I gotta go get the translation. I'll be right back. Oh, I forgot. I'll do another one. Okay, so this is a chant that came through me for when I'm short on time and I don't have time to offer both of the chants for reading from the Purdah Maru. Om Nebuja Kapara Sarom. 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 As Nebuchadnezzar came forth, as Kepler brings forth the manifestation of Nebuchadnezzar, so do I bring forth my desired enlightened lifestyle as a divine soul Asar. So that represents Nebuchadnezzar coming forth as Kepra to create the gods and goddesses. And Nebuchadnezzar came forth in the form of a human as Asar, the universal soul. All right, so there's two chants that we're instructed to read from. We're reading from the Purdom Haru. So I'm going to go ahead and offer those two since today is all about Asar. I don't have my beloved Supriwa, so I do what I can with this one from Temple of Heru. It's not tuned the same and it's not in the right key, but I feel better when I'm playing it. Do what I kept to been in my catch of dead and pen. On the desert arc ATM Capara. Capara Kemanetaru. Kake Uben K Pesit Mood K. Katiem Suten Netaru. Iri net nut mut adiem iri nini. Mano im hatep tu ma'ateta. Do la kef ubenef in my catch of dead and pet. On the desert arcadium Kepura. Kepura keman netaru. Kake uben ke peset mood ke. Katiem suten netaru. Iri nek mut nut adiem iri nini. Manu im hate ma'ateta. That was nice. Okay, now the translation. Again, so the melody is a combination of the melody from. Yes, it is from Edfu. Yes, I purchased it right outside of the temple. They have the markets there, and somebody was selling it, so I bought it. So the melody for that chant came from a combination of Dr. Mwada Ashby and also our beloved Uabratem. And this is my version of both of their melodies. So here's the translation from the opening prayer A from the Kemetic book of Coming Forth by Day. Adorations to Ra when he rises in horizon eastern. Homage to Ra coming forth as Kepra, creator of the gods and goddesses. Rising thee, shining thee, lighting up thy mother, rising as Lord, king of the gods and goddesses. Your mother Nut does an act of worship to you with both arms. Manu, the western horizon, receives thee in peace, and Ma'at embraces thee at the double season perennially. Okay. And then this is the other chant that you're instructed to recite before reading from the Purdom Haru. And in Dr. Ashby's version, he has them right on the first page here. And at the Temple of Aset, they only read the first line of the prayer to Asar. So I do both. I do all of them. So we did the first one. Now let's do this one. And then I added a little twist at the end. It's got more inspiration from Seba Ma and also Uabratam. It's interesting. Asar uniform natural. Oh, that's too fast. Asar uniform Carabaju Suten hey Never time Sebebi hey Ah Netra. To a star, unifier Netra. To a star, M-I-F, Ta-Tep, Incognute, Utet Inkep, Arpet Nep. To a star, unifier Netra. To a star, unifier Netra. To a star, Urektai, Eddie T, Netaruim Ted. To a star, unifier Netra. To a star, unifier Netra. Glory to a star. Ooh, never. Glory to a star. Ooh, never. Glory to a star. Ooh, never. Glory to a star. The great God within us. Glory to a star. Ooh, never. Glory to a star. Ooh, never. Glory to a star. Ooh, never. Glory to a star. The great God within. Glory to a star. Ooh, never. Glory to a star. Ooh, never. Glory to a star. Ooh, never. Glory to a star. The great God within us. Do a star. Do a Sevama and do a Uabratam. Translation. Adorations to Asar, Una for divinity, great personality, great personality in the heart of Adu, King of eternity, Lord of forever, and traveling for eternities. In form raised he, son primary of body of Nut, engendered by Geb, master Lord of the Ureret crown, exalted white crown, prince of gods and goddesses and people. Dua Asar. And of course, whenever we are talking about Asar, it's important to remember that Asar is the universal soul. And we are Asar. We're represented by Asar, the universal soul. All the things, travesties and adversities that Asar experience, we experience as well. So it's important to remember that all these cosmic forces reside within us, not just on our altars or in our books, but they're in us. All right, so this is a song that came through me when the full moon was inside of the sacred hoop, or in layman's term, when the full moon is in sidereal Gemini, it's within the sacred hoop, which is a collection of constellations made popular or made aware to us through the Lakota Nation. So whenever a planet or the sun or the moon is within the sacred hoop, that's for me, that's a big, it's a cause for jubilation. So this song came through me. Oh, this doesn't have the translation. Oh, good, it's on the back. Yay! Okay. This kind of came through me, and I wanted a song for the full moon, and so this is the one that came through. So I'm going to read the translation first. Asar, the moon god of the eastern delta, Sept, Sothis, Sepdet, Sopdu, Sirius, Imaya, Potolo, etc., the moon god. Second verse, moon god, form of Asar, the moon god, he who increases his form, a title of the moon god. Because Jehuti is also known as the moon god. Number 3, the left eye of Heru, site of a moon temple. The horns, the home of the eye of Heru, the moon. The left eye of heaven, the left eye of Ra, the left eye of Heru, the moon god. And here I just talk about, and so this song is actually my first Kemetic rock song. It's when it's performed with the band. Oh, it's the second Kemetic rock song. Two Roads was the first one. But today I just have my little heart. Okay, we'll see if it works. I've never tried playing it with the harp. Sarah can sustain Adhuti. Sarah can sustain Adhuti. Anha anani ua kae. Anha anani ua kae ati abi wati uri abi abi amen Utka Sarah can Suzette Adhuti Sarah can Suzette Adhuti Anha Anani Uakaef Anha Anani Uakaef Arti Abid Uati Uri Abi Abi Amen of God. Asar Dua Asar Hajat. And I wanted to take a little break from the music and dive into the wisdom teachings for just a moment. This is the Temple of Asar book. If the Pert Maru is the Kemetic Bible, the Temple of Asar, Temple of the Soul, is a map. The temple, inside the temple, it's like arranged like a computer. Like every room, the hieroglyphs, it's all designed to, of course, everything's designed to lead you to enlightenment. But Sebai Ma found a route when you go through the temple and view the inscriptions in a particular order, you are initiated into this temple. Oh, we've got some comments from Constance Woo Woo. Constance says, I play the violin and have been missing playing it. My instruments are in storage, but I might have to go get her because I feel like she's calling to me to go back into playing and just having fun. I'm also learning how to play the banjo hammer style. Oh, that's wonderful. My great-grandmother, Annabelle Spurlock Gray, she had a gig on a ferry boat on the Mississippi River, which, they say is the Nile or the river, playing the harp, the cello, and the piano. And that's what inspired me to start playing harp. I got an African harp that was stolen, and I'm going to get another one eventually. And I have a very good friend here in Chicago that plays the banjo, and we've talked we were going to start doing a duet until the harp was stolen. So maybe some day Constance, we can do a collaboration with our string instruments. I've seen some apps where you can play with other musicians in real time. So that would be so fun. Any comments over here? I'm just keeping you focused on the altar. It's not the most glamorous altar, but I use it for a lot of different things, and especially for honoring a star. I have different crystals there, all my green stones. I have amethyst, I have citrine. Everything is designed to increase wealth and prosperity and well-being for the soul, for the universal soul, because we're spiritual beings having a physical existence. And if we only focus on our spirituality, it'll be very hard to exist. So this is my effort to cover both. It's not a traditional Kemetic altar by like my teacher's standards. They would probably be in shock. But anyway, again, we're going to have a reading from the Temple of the Soul book by Dr. Maude Ashby. Okay. Yeah, it's in my older video, rolling on August 12, 2023. So I was really getting into that one reading about Ma'at. So I wanted to go back and go into it a little bit more in detail, because I feel that this is the ingredient that's been missing from my practice, because Ma'at was the first cosmic force. Everything is Ma'at. And as I've learned that the scale of Ma'at, it doesn't mean you have Ma'at or you don't have Ma'at. The scale is Ma'at. The scale of Ma'at is Ma'at. And you either are all Ma'at or you have no Ma'at or little Ma'at, but it's always Ma'at. And so my goal right now is to sure that all of my alignment, my creations, my words, my thoughts, actions are in alignment with Ma'at. So we're going to go back to this one, Initiatic Stop 14, the Chapel Corridor presentation of Ma'at. So we read some of it yesterday, and then I was going to read a little bit more today. Oh, look, see, in his book, he shows you a map of where everything is. He's got everything lined up. And so when you go through in this order, you become initiated. And they're still teaching the class where they go through page by page, and you just get, so you get closer to a SAR. All right. So yesterday we read the panel. I'll do it again. Oh, but these letters are really small. Let's see if this works. These pinhole glasses are excellent, but you have to have light. Can't do it without bright light. The Royal One presents a statue of Ma'at to Asar, Aset, and Haru. Arat Neb Diank Seneb was Herura Ka in Kaha was Serek. The Asarian goddess of something's missing, gives life, health, and flow to Haru. I like it how it says flow, because we want our abundance and our money to flow. We want to just hold on to it. Haru Ra Ka Im Kat Waset Serek. Haru Ra Herakuti stands on the Serek, or ancient royal naming standard, in the name Bull, generative power in the risings of the west city of Thebes, Luxor. This is the one here. Derp Ma'at Ten Neb Ma'at. Giving offering of justice, righteousness, and truth to the Lord of justice, righteousness, and truth. Behudet Netera, the great divinity of Edfu, Heru. Diank Jed Wasmira, Heb said Diank Df Ank Jed Ras, gives life, stability, flow of energy, like Ra on the ritual of renewal, as he gives all life, stability, and flow. Nesu Biti Neb Tawi Mat, Men Ra Sarah Kau Seti Mary in the ruler of upper and lower Kemet, lord of the two lands, whose title is one who is righteous and firm in God, Ra, the Spirit, Son of Ra, Lord of risings, Seti, beloved of Ptah. So here's the image of you making an offering, oh gosh, to Ma'at. There we go. Get a little bit closer. And he's actually got a figurine of Ma'at with an ankh, because Ma'at is the source of life. And then it says again, we see the royal personality in the name of Seti, who is making the offering of a kneeling statue of the goddess Ma'at. He is offering an image of the goddess Ma'at in a bowl that symbolizes Neb, all. He is offering all Ma'at. As we discussed earlier, this particular offering does not necessarily mean anything if he is an unrighteous personality. He is offering his righteousness and to Star said in Hindu. In other words, the cultivated virtues throughout life, including the temple arranged attainments up to this point. All right, so I was just going to read the rest that he says about Ma'at, and then, I got to move on. In the image above, the locations where the name of Ma'at is inscribed are marked in yellow outlines. One hieroglyphic symbol of Ma'at that is used alone or together with its complementary full word spelling is the pedestal of Ma'at. The pedestal of Ma'at symbol used in the hieroglyphs text above is compatible with the ones that are located down below, upon which the throne chair of Asar is supported, A and B. I'll show you the images in a second. The symbol of Ma'at has a distinctive indentation. The slant is of the rectangle, a slant and a triangle in the front. Now let's consider that the text below the hand of the royal personality that is holding the offering of Ma'at. The first hieroglyph symbol is a forearm with the hand holding a little bowl. This symbol is Derap, which is a special offering bowl used to make divine offerings, like the one that Marit has. And I actually have a bowl I got from Kemet. I'll get that in a minute. But I didn't know about this. It's a Derep. Next, the horizontal symbol with a tapered end is the pedestal of Ma'at symbol. Then before the Ma'at pedestal glyph, there is a half moon glyph, which is a T, which is the sound that goes with Ma'at. Then there is an ink glyph, a squiggly line of water that signifies to or of. I always get it backwards. Oops, no. There it is. So Derep is the offering bowl. Derep is the offering, Ma'at, truth, and to Neb, Lord, Ma'at, truth. So it's not just Neb Ma'at, it's Derep Ma'at in Neb Ma'at. Derep Ma'at in Neb Ma'at. Derep Ma'at in Neb Ma'at. Then there is a bowl that in this configuration means Lord, following by the complete name of Ma'at written out with another sitting figure of Ma'at. Thus, altogether, we have Derep Ma'at in Neb Ma'at. For the last rectangular Ma'at glyph, the usually horizontal symbol of Ma'at has been placed vertically for aesthetic purposes. So we have an offering of Ma'at is given to the Lord of Ma'at. That Lord of Ma'at is Asar. Thus, the initiate at this level of spiritual evolution is experiencing an internalized truth as his very soul essence. Thus, the practice of Ma'at, of being a righteous personality, is not just about a list of rules and precepts, the precepts of Ma'at, to follow. Rather, here the discovery is of one's true essence as the very abode of truth. Thus, the offering of Ma'at here is a recognition by the royal personality, the initiate, that I not only act with Ma'at, but that I am the very embodiment of Ma'at, and therefore righteousness flows from me, not just because I have studied the teachings of Ma'at, but because I, Asar, my soul, am Ma'at. So it is my nature to act with Ma'at. In the image above, we have the standard pro forma royal names of the royal person that are seen, that we have seen before. And here they are encircled by the cartouches. Men Ma'at Ra is the first one, and the second is Ptah. I think I did read this part yesterday. This translation, the translations are one who is established in the righteousness of Ra, the spirit, and Seti, the beloved of Ptah. I don't remember showing the pictures. Oh my gosh. Everything is backwards here for me, so I'm so confused. There we go. Whole conversation going on here. Yes, I would love that. I used to play in a string ensemble at the college I used to teach at Tepsut. I have a blue stone that is a bead from Egypt, and that time I bought some papyrus Egyptians used to reach here. Oh, that's Tepsut. I would love to play some of your reggae. I play keyboards. Jeanette Middleton, thank you, sister. Oh, I know who that is. Well, it's good to see you, Mati. Here above, left to the right, top to bottom, is the term Nesubiti, meaning that Seti is the ruler of Upper and Lower Kemet. We also have Neb Tawi, Lord of the two lands, and Sa Ra, son of Ra. Then we have Neb Khan, Neb Kau, so he also Lord of Risings. Oh, Neb Kau. Ubin Nefer. Of the main Ma'at offering in the right hand of the personality, and to the left of the performa spiritual names is a section of text and iconography related to the serpent wearing the Assyrian Atef crown and to Heru. It reads left to right. Let me get my light. Arat Neb Diank Seneb Was. The Assyrian serpent goddess gives. Oh, okay, that's the thing that's missing. The Assyrian serpent goddess gives life, health, and flow, power to Heru. Then on the right side, enclosed in a Sedek building upon which Heru Ra Rahakuti is standing, Sedek Heru Ra Ka Was. Heru Ra Rahakuti stands on Sedek, or ancient royal naming standing for bull generative power in the risings of the West. The West here refers to the source of spirit being from which all creative power arises in the creative movement from west to east. From which all creative power rises in the creative movement from west to east. The goddess is presenting the Shen eternity and the vast flow of power to Heru, who are standing on a Sarek, ancient rectangular name holding similar to but predating the cartouche, represents Raharakuti, nature of the person on whose Sarek he is sitting. Okay, that's enough for me. He always puts so much wisdom. Amazing. All right, so that's our reading for today. I'm really going to be focusing on not just Neb Ma'at, but the Neb, what is it? Dead Up. Dead Up Ma'at and Neb Ma'at. So that is definitely going to be a new heck hour for me. Okay, so let's do some chanting for Asar real quick. And then I'll do some more music. Well, I guess you can just, we can do call and response. Oh, I forgot about this one. Uh-oh, I'm running out of time. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to get to this. bridge 1, verse. The verse 2, bridge 1, vamp 1. Okay. All right, well, let's just do a little chant together. We can do call and response. And it's just Om Asar Aset Hadu. Okay, so you can just repeat after me. Om Asar Aset Hadu. 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 I wish I could hear you. Om Asar Aset Hadu. Om Asar Aset Hadu. Om Asar Aset Hadu. We'll do one more round. Om Asar Aset Hadu. Om Asar Aset Hadu. Om Asar Aset Hadu. Om Asar Aset Hadu. Okay, one more. Om Asar Aset Hadu. Om Asar Aset Hadu. Om Asar Aset Hadu. Om Asar Aset Hadu. The one divine self manifesting as a divine father, divine mother, and divine child. The temple. And I have to acknowledge that, we talk a lot about Sirius. That's just my favorite star, being the goddess Aset. So I must also let you know that the constellation Orion refers to Asar. In case you didn't already know that. Okay, and songs. Okay, now this is a song that I usually play on the piano. I don't think I'm gonna try to play it on the harp. I don't know it by heart, so I'm gonna be singing from the lyrics. It's Sejem F. Tam, and it is the chapter of the Purdom Haru, one of the chapters to be read when someone is dying or at their memorial, or when it's appropriate. And I think it's chapter 1, part 2. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Oh. I'll close with that. Or is it chapter 2, part 1? I want to know. Oh, we did that one. I don't see it. Here, this has got to be it. Oh. Darn it. Okay. I don't know which one it is. I apologize. Oh, wait, I know where I have it. Okay, that's what I wanted to show. Okay, so this is my book of the scriptures that I would like to be read at my death when I'm gone. Got chapter 21 and chapter 31. And we should be reading these while we're alive too. I don't know if anyone will take the time to read all these, but I told my daughter where I keep it. And I've got some notes from different. When I was with Temple of Shatal Netter, they had, when someone in the community or their family member passed away, they have the words here that you recite at their service. Here we go. Sejem Adam. Oh, so there is a recording on SoundCloud, and this is translation of Maru Papyrus Ani section of chapter 18 and chapter 2 by Dr. Modash. So I was totally wrong. It's chapter 18. All right, so I'm going to read the translation first. And it's just super positive. Okay, let's see. To be Orion's belt has constantly been moving back and forth over my house for the past 4 to 6 weeks. It's ironic you mentioned that. Oh, yeah, I love looking at those constellations. It's called the Sacred Hoop in the Lakota tradition. Gemini, the great dog, and Orion. It makes a beautiful hoop, and whenever something is in the middle of it, I just get takes my breath away. But my favorite star is Sirius. Okay, so this is the translation. And when my parents, I know this is supposed to be devotional. I'm running my mouth. I know some people don't like this. But when my parents died, I took some of their ashes to Kemet, and I got permission to pour them in the Nile. I don't know why I wanted to do that, but I poured them in the Nile. And at the time, I didn't have the melody. I just had the words. And then after I got back, the melody came through me. So here's the translation. Hey, you. I love that. Hey, you who caused, I need some light, who caused allowed to enter souls perfected in the house of Basar. Wait, I think his version isn't better because that's just like the straight up Bud's translation. Let me see if I have Ashby's. This is so eloquent. Okay, here it is. What's that? I'm missing part of this. So let me go to what page is it? 161. Okay. Oh, yeah. 161. Uh-oh, my propane tank is about to run out. It lasted a long time. We're almost done here anyway. Okay. Okay, yeah, that was right. Okay. So in the translation from Budget says, hey, you, but Dr. Ashby has, oh, you. Make sure this is the right one. I don't want to do the wrong one. I don't like to make mistakes. Yeah, I don't know now. I'm just going to read this one because this is the song. Hey, you who cause allow to enter souls perfected in the house of Basar, allow ye soul perfected of Basar, scribe any truth. No, it just doesn't work, does it? Just doesn't work when you read that one. All right, sorry, I'm not prepared, but let's keep going. It's 161. If that's what you said it is, that's what it is. is chapter. So in Say by Ma's book, it is chapter 1, part 1, and this is chapter 1, part 2. Okay, now I got it. I got some clarity here. Okay, so Say by Ma's arrangement is a little different than Budge's. Okay, here we go. Hail ye gods and goddesses, who cause perfected souls to go into the house of Asar. Allow the soul of this follower of Asar, which is found to be righteous and free from all wrongdoing, wrong thinking, and wrong speaking, who is already one with Asar, to enter into the house of Asar. Let him her hear as you hear. May he see the things that you can see. Let him her stand up as you stand up, and may she sit as you sit. O ye ones who give food and drink to the house of Asar, give food and drink to this Asar, whose heart is pure and vindicated before the gods and goddesses and before you as well. Hail to you who open the ways and roads to spiritual fulfillment for the perfected souls who dwell in the house of Asar. Open up a way for Asar. And when I say Asar, you're supposed to insert your name or the name of the deceased. Open up a road for this soul of Asar, Arit, who is righteous with you. May this Asar enter into the house of Asar with fearlessness, and may Asar come forth with contentment. May there be no opposition to Asar, and let there not be any repulsion to Asar from that place. May this soul go in with the favor of Asar, the Supreme One, and may it come forth with gladness at being accepted as being truthful, honorable, and just in the sight of God. Having been accepted in the house of God and becoming one with God, let the commands of Asar be performed in the house of Asar. May the commands of this soul be effective as those of God are effective. May this spirit be glorified along with yours, God's, and may there be found no fault of any kind in the soul of Asar. So let the balanced scales of justice be cleared, and may the trial of Asar be ended. And it's got image of making offerings and the boat. Talk about the boat a lot on your spiritual journey. Yeah, I have a boat. Sorry, this is not the best images. I don't have it. I'm just a musician. I don't have all that stuff together. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to do my best to offer this song. I was at a memorial this summer, and I said I was going to offer the song. I read the translation, and then I was too scared to sing the song out loud, so I sang it silently. I was so scared. Like I said, this is a reggae song. I usually play it with my keyboard. Ooh, Orion's belt. Oh, okay. And I need more light. I don't know if I've sang this song publicly, maybe once or twice. Oh, I won't be able to change the page. Yeah, so this is really, just doing my best. How's it Kenny Bayou, Minku and Parasar, Second Timba, Akerasar, Yes, I'm Makaru, Henatin and Parasar, Sejameften, Marfi Maten, Arfi Ahaten, Hensefni Hemsen. I'll do you tau Hekaru and Bayou, Minku and Parasar. Jitin tau Hekaru, Artrau and Basar. Ani Makaru, Kerneteru, Nebu Abu Makaru Henatin. I'll in you, wet by you. Matanu wet in Bayou, Mintu and Parasar. Unar F10F, Wep Wapu RS10, Matanu Wepu, in Bayan Asar, Sesh Hesh, Niter Hetepu, Niteru Nebu, Ani Henaten. Akafsin Purim, Hetepu and Parasar. Anke sutu ep. Hetepu and parsar. Ansha nutu ep. Ak ep. Hesu peru ep. Meru. Makaru ep. Aru. Udetu ep. In parasar. Shemet meditav in a ten. Akev in a ten. Anjametu nef. Imayuma katuzetu in septem. Sejamev tem. Marfi maten. Arfi ahaten. Hence me him can. Suicide. Hey, that was so fun. That was wonderful. Oh, wow. That was great. I feel wonderful. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, that song, you can find it on my SoundCloud or my Bandcamp page. It's not officially released yet. It's supposed to be a joyous song at a memorial. It's not supposed to be like a sad song, but I see people dancing. When you hear the reggae version with the drum and the bass and the guitar and the keyboards, it's just so uplifting. And I love the last line, may the trials of the person be ended. They don't have to come back. We're so powerful with our Hekalu. We have cleared the way for our beloved and for ourselves as well, right? Okay. So that's for the offerings. See, I've got my book of Proverbs here. Let's see if we can find a quick one for Asar or the soul. Let's see. I want that one. So let's just go straight to Asar. This is Dr. Ashby's Egyptian Proverbs. Fabulous collection. Okay. I'm just looking for Asar. So I really appreciate you all for being here today. I see some of you on TikTok are still here. And of course on YouTube. I really appreciate your presence. I could do this myself, but it's much more fun to do it with you all here. So there's several Proverbs for Asar. And fortunately, someone was able to make a donation. I have to thank my soul sister, Heather Dalmage, for making a donation to Asmadashi Temple. So we're able to have this community offering today. So I'm just going to pick one. Well, 13 is my lucky number. So let's see what that one is. Always makes it easier to choose things when you just go by your favorite number. Okay, so yeah, this is just the introduction. It's not a proverb. Okay, let me keep going. So I think I saw page 130. That was the next one. On your face. Yeah, so this is just an example of what my spiritual practice is like. So we talk about different aspects of the Neterian practice. Nope, that was also just the index. Keep trying. So I have one for 13. Let's try 37. All right. Well, I don't see one for Asar. However, I did open up to the page on prosperity and adversity. So let's go with that because we were talking about prosperity and abundance earlier. Oh, this is a really good one. This is the proverb when I was initiated at Temple of Aset back in 2011. Or was it 2012? I believe it was 2011. And we all had to draw a proverb from this special box. And this is the proverb that I drew. And at the time, I did not understand it at all. It freaked me out because I was going through severe adversity. Presume not in prosperity, neither despair in adversity. Court not dangers, nor meanly fly from before them. And I was like, what? um, However, I've come to know that, I'm sure they have that one on here. Yeah, I don't see that one. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll just read a few more. Yeah, I don't see the one. One I'm familiar with is that adversity is prosperity and prosperity is adversity, because prosperity always has adversity, leads to adversity. And when you're adversity, you always go to prosperity. So you shouldn't despair when in adversity. You should keep your eye on the prosperity that's going to come. And when you're in prosperity, you shouldn't think you're like everything's perfect, because adversity is going to come, because they go together. We live in a duality. You can't have one without the other. Adversity is the seed of well-doing. It is the nurse of heroism and boldness. Who that hath enough will endanger himself to have more. Who that is at ease will set their life on the hazard. Oh, here's the one for Asar. It's in a different section. I was like, why did they go to this page? Awaken yourself, you who are Hedu. Rise up against Set. Raise yourself and Asar as a spirit divine, as the son of Geb, being the firstborn, arises on Pu and be the object of adoration for all. Go ahead, Ted. All right, so that is the ritual for today, the devotional offering. And I close, there's lots of ways to close the temple. I like to close it with this chant for Jehuti and Ma'at. I like to begin with Ma'at and end with Ma'at. And I don't have the translation here with me, but that's okay. Oh, let's try it on the heart. Nuka Jehuti, Ma'at Sebima. Nuka Jehuti, Ma'at Sebima. Nuka Jehuti, Ma'at Sebima. Nuka Jehuti, Ma'at Sebima. Ranel Bim Peru. Ranel Bim Peru. Ranel Bim Peru. Ranel Bim Peru. Nuka Jehuti, Ma'at Sebimat. Nuka Jehuti, Ma'at Sebimat. Nuka Jehuti, Ma'at Sebimat. Nuka Jehuti, Ma'at Sebimat. Ranel Bim Peru. Ranel Bim Peru. Ranel Bim Peru. Ranel Bim Peru. Oh, I gotta go get the translation because I don't like to mistranslate. I'll be right back. Right on top. Awesome. Just gotta make more copies. All right, so once again, I have to thank Seba Ma, Seba Cha, Temple of Shaitan, Temple of Aset, SEMA Institute. From some of their works. Let's see, when was this taken? I don't know. Don't know where it was taken from. I just know I got it from Sabama Sabaja. So you can see the beautiful artwork with Jehuti there. Oh, I see, and he's got the hieroglyphs there too. So Ma'at, Nuk Jehuti, of course, is I am Jehuti. Ma'at Zebi Ma'at. Ma'at has effectiveness and expresses through me. Ra Neb Im Neferu. Daily I express beauty and goodness without fail. Perennially I experience well-being and positive feeling. Dua Jehuti, Dua Ma'at, Dua Asar, Dua Sebama, Dua Sebajah. Dua to all of you. Dua to Heather Dalmich, my soul sister, who was able to make a donation today so that we could have this time together in the temple space. Today we were honoring Asar, and our first half of the program we talked about some ways that I've learned to maintain the temple space and portal openings with herbs and different baths and rinses. So this weekend I will be highlights from the Good Rising TV transmissions, and I'll be back next Tuesday for Tamerican Tuesday. Some people have started calling me Tamerica, which is okay with me. Tamerica Tuesday, we talk about Tamerican topics of interest from the cosmological perspective of the Olmec Maya, the Quiche, Quechua in Peru, the Lakota, and the Chalagi, Cherokee people. We talk about Orion, Sirius. We're making correspondences between Kemetic spirituality from Kemet, Neterian spirituality from Kemet, and Neterian spirituality of Tamerica. Tamerica, what is that? The Neterian name for this continent, North, Central, and South America, is Tameri, beloved land. This continent is also known by Aboriginals as Chi Amaru or Amaruka. So we're calling this Tamerica, okay? On Wednesdays, we talk about wellness topics, Wellness Wednesdays. You're talking about all kinds of things, anything dealing with wellness. Astrology, astronomy, sound healing, herbs, crystals, pendulum readings, different topics of interest. We're going to start talking about abundance, manifestation, wealth, generation, things I've had experience with. However, I'm focusing, like today, I'm focusing on my business, the temple business, and not just increasing the money flow, but financial security and stability. I made the mistake of having intention for financial freedom. And my daughter pointed out to me that I have attained that goal because I am living virtually without money. I don't even know but that's not what I had in mind. I wanted to generate revenue and income. And then, of course, on Thursdays, Neterian Devotion on Thursdays, the first half, we just talk about different aspects of having a Neterian spiritual practice. And then if someone is able to make a donation, then we have the devotional aspect. On Tuesdays, we have the Tamerican Tuesday discussion. If someone's able to make a donation, then we have the online offering of Aku Seneb, a Neterian reflective movement meditation system based on Tefnet Jerusalem from Temple Shatana Temple Set. So if someone makes a donation, we'll have a public offering. If not, I'll just do it by myself. On Wednesdays, if someone makes a donation, we'll have the cosmic chimes and chanting, self-care, sound healing. If not, I'll just do it myself. So that's how I've been doing it. And so far, it seems to be working. It's easier than keeping up with subscriptions or Patreon or who knows what else. So all we need is for people to be willing to make donations to Asmataji Temple. Cash App is $ Ahmet El Ma'at or Venmo at Light Being Wellness. It's very difficult for me to speak about these things. I've been doing these temple offerings for years with my music and my herbs, sound healing. I've been giving free sound healing demonstrations and things like that, and coming online and having temple offerings for the seasons and the season changes and the spiral dance medicine wheel, the cosmic chimes and chanting, and cosmic adorations. And so with this series culmination 2025, things are changing. I'm actually having to speak out and request donations for Asmataji Temple. It's a 508c1a spiritual organization. It's not a 501c3, it's a 508. And we'll be talking about that more as well on Tuesdays. So thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate your presence. It's a gift to me. And we're having lots of fun here on YouTube. I'm meeting lots of wonderful people. And also on TikTok, finding a little community around these wisdom teachings. And we've talked about when the sun is in sidereal Sagittarius, which it is right now. I decided it's a great time to plan out your travels for the year. It could be your spiritual journey or a physical journey. And so I have decided I'm going to go back to California and visit my daughter, who I've not spoken to in 14 years. And I'm planning a tour of sacred mounds of Turtle Island. So if you happen to, oh, let's see, I have to come in. If you happen to live in an area near one of the mounds, please get in touch with me because I will be coming to your city. We're going to start with the Cahokia Mounds here in southern Illinois, and I'm also going to go to St. Louis because Annabelle Spurlock Gray, the great grandmother that had a gig on a ferry boat that played the harp, cello, and the piano, she lived in St. Louis. So that's going to be the first one. And then I know someone on TikTok who lives in Tennessee, someone I met on YouTube yesterday, he lives in St. Louis. But then, of course, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, the Carolinas. And I'd like to go to Ohio because I heard of the Seven Hills sister there, have Seven Hills City there, and just different things. So I'll be going to the mounds and doing offerings, sound healing rituals. And then I'd like to go to house concerts and do devotional music concerts and reggae music concerts if I can get a band together. And I'm just going to start that. So that is my big travel plan for 2025. I don't have with me what year it is. The Kemetic New Year starts in July. I believe it's 38,000, like 890 or something like that. I don't remember exactly which one it is. And I assure you I'll have that information next year. But it's way older than 2025 or 2017 because people are talking about the Ethiopian calendar, which in my opinion it may not have been colonized, but spiritually it was conquered when the Candace Queen married the bishop and then converted all the residents. So I don't follow that calendar either. But I'm digressing. I love talking about calendars and planets and stars and spirituality. So after I close this altar and put out the candle and put the cover back on, I have my ritual that I use to close all portals. So I guess I'll stay on while I do that. Okay, so what's this? Oh, and again, if you're interested in the herbal products that we were talking about earlier today, I got them all at originalbotanica.com. The Big Al's Better Business formula and the Attracting Customers formula and Protecting Your Space formula, originalbotanica.com. Okay, so I'm going to close the altar now. Oh, if I can get up. And yeah, this temple space is probably different from other ones you've experienced. I just say I'm the goddess next door. I know my post this morning on TikTok probably shocked the algorithm because it was a song with language that I don't usually use. But it was so good, I had to dance to it. That was the goddess next door, nothing special. So put out the candle. I taught you don't blow out the candle, you put it out with your finger or put a lid over it. Put it out, finger. And the cover I had. Cover back on. I don't know what you do with your offerings. I can't leave offerings out because I get guests. So I either eat them myself or I put them outside. I'm going to take it off the altar so I don't forget about it. And I have a different cloth, but this is the one I have to use today. Cover the altar. And then I have some words I recite when I close the portals. This is good for any work I do. And I spelled myrrh on it, but I still use it. It smells good. I intend to close this portal and create a protective shield around my space, ensuring the safety and well-being of all who reside here. I intend to close this portal and restore harmony and balance in this space. I intend to seal this portal with love and light, preventing any negative energies from entering or exiting. What else did I have? I think that's, I have lots more, but I'm not going to do all of that. Yeah, that's all for now. Okay. So, Dua, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're just tuning in, you can catch the replay on my Tachia Ahmet YouTube channel. And if you're in the Chicago area, Fridays from 3 until 5, we have the Akusaneb Yoga Experience in person from 3 until 5. So if you're in Chicago, get in touch with me. It's a limited space. There's only room for 6 people. And I think I have 2 people coming tomorrow. You never know how that goes. But I'll be here from 3 until 5. And then on Tuesday, we do the Akusaneb Experience after Tamarican Tuesday. So that's from 8 till 9 or so. And then around 9:30, we start the Akusaneb Experience, provided that one person makes a donation. Yesterday, Constance Woo Woo made my day. She made a donation. And then today, Heather made a donation. I woke up to someone made a donation. On Monday, though, no one made a donation, so we didn't have the live stream of the Akusaneb, and we'll see what happens on Tuesday. All right, Dua Hatep from Asmataji Temple. Again, my name is Tachia, aka Arit. I hope you've enjoyed the session. And again, if you're just tuning in, you can find the replay on YouTube. Do it to all my sens and senties on YouTube. It's been really fun getting to know you all. Dua Hatep. Hatep.